Anders, what did you do?
Read on my pizza.
I shouldn't have done this. You know what I should have done? Stick around, because education today starts now!
Welcome to Education Today. I'm John Buffone from the Armstrong School District. It's no secret that Armstrong County has an energetic and motivated group of organizations who are working hard to fight childhood obesity. One of those groups is called Healthy Armstrong, which stands for Healthy Eating and Active Lifestyles Together Helping Youth. With us today we have Kay Owen and Devin Lorgan. Welcome to Education Today. Would you please introduce yourselves and your roles with Healthy Armstrong?
I'm Devin Lorgan, and I'm the District Health and Wellness Coordinator.
And I'm Kay Owen. I'm the project director.
Good. What is the basic mission and purpose of Healthy Armstrong, and why is it a crucial organization for the time in which we live?
Well, the basic mission is to help kids to get more physically active and to make better food choices. And the whole goal in mind is to have a positive impact on child obesity rates.
I see. This question's for the both of you. Could you speak about where Healthy Armstrong got its start and where it's going now?
It started in about the year 2005, and one of the things that happened is one of the local pediatricians began to see young children coming through his office with what was considered to be usually adult diseases, like kids with high blood pressure or high cholesterol, beginning to see adult onset of diabetes. And so he rang the alarm bell and said, you know, we have a concern here in Armstrong School District, and then worked to get other organizations involved. In particular, the Armstrong County Memorial Hospital and the school district were the first three partners.
Ms. Lorgan, why do you think it is a crucial organization for the time in which we live?
I just think families are busy in general, way busier than they used to be. And I think it's real important that they find time with their families to have more time for exercise and eating healthy and eating as a family.
Okay. I believe last year we talked about a proposed federal legislation pertaining to wellness. Is the organization still involved with that in some way? And if appropriate, how is Healthy Armstrong being used as a model for the nation?
Well, that legislation is still out there. It became part of the healthcare reform debate, and it survived all the other cuts. So it's in there, but there has been no funding applied to that yet. But yes, Healthy Armstrong is considered, you know, a model for how communities ought to organize to combat obesity. So we're very proud of that.
Good. What are the highlights of the outcome increase activity and food and fresh vegetable consumption in the Armstrong School District?
Do you want to talk about Kid Minutes?
Yeah. In each of our elementary schools and our high schools now also, we do things called Kid Minutes, where the teachers and the entire staff really calculate any minutes that the kids are actively or moderately to vigorously active throughout the school day, with the exception of their physical education class. And we find that these minutes are increasing yearly. So we are really seeing an impact of what the teachers are doing outside of the gym class and regular education classes, and just more activity, getting up and getting the students walking during the regular day.
We also did we looked at some of the food choices. We did a study where we went back and looked at 1 week in the month of October for 5 years. And we looked at the different types of foods that kids were choosing to eat. And the changes were really, really dramatic. Back 5 years ago, a lot of the food that they were eating were things that were high in calories and low in nutrition. And then after all the things that have been implemented in the schools, it has done like a reversal, where there's a higher percentage of kids choosing things that are low in calories and better nutrition-wise. So that's another milestone that's happening in Armstrong School District.
That's good to see. And of course, we want to highlight some of the things that the schools are doing. What is going on with the schools regarding to wellness?
We have each of the elementary schools hold after-school programming. They do at least one time per month with just the students, and then they have a one time per month activity with families. Sometimes they'll go on trips where we'll use some community organizations like the Belmont Complex. Some people go to Rieger's Farm, some different organizations like that. And everybody, I think all of the elementary schools now do morning exercises over the announcements where they get their kids' brains and bodies ready for the day. They also have walking programs in place. A lot of the schools, one student from each classroom, they wear pedometers, and we track the number of steps that students take during the school day.
Great. I believe there was an event that was held in September by Healthy Armstrong. Could we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'll start and then I'll let Devin finish. Yes, it was called Healthy Lifestyle Extravaganza. It was held at the Lenape Technical School. And my favorite part of that day was the opening activity. There were 250 people in the gym, and we were led in a walking program by two instructors who were trained by Leslie Sansone out of Newcastle. And so they had lively music on, and you know, they were demonstrating and we were following, and it was awesome because there were like moms and dads and little kids and medium kids and big kids and grandmas and grandpas, and everybody was just, you know, exercising away. And the energy in that gym was phenomenal. It was fantastic. But there were other things too.
Yeah, it was very cool. That was the first half an hour. That was our warm-up. After that, the students and their families participated in different fitness activities. They could choose to go to Sports World, where they would compete in a football throw, and there would be a prize for the person that made the most targets. There was a basketball shoot. And then there were different things like step aerobics, yoga, Pilates, Latin jam, jump roping, kickboxing. There was all kinds of different activities. And for every 10 minutes that they spent, actually I think it was about 7 minutes this year, but 7 minutes that they spent at these, they got a ticket to a healthier lifestyle that they entered in for a Chinese auction of lots of different prizes. In the last half an hour, we went to the cafeteria at Lenape Votech, where the culinary students put on a healthy food demo, and then they had a buffet line where everybody could try everything that they made. So it was very cool. A lot of cool stuff going on.
It sounds like a lot of fun, actually. All right, thank you very much. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like, or what role I would play, or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We're talking about Healthy Armstrong. In addition, the Armstrong School District was just one of three districts, that received a unique grant to implement some innovative ideas into our classroom, which I actually read in this week's Leader Times. Picture of both of you right there. I thought you were wearing the same outfits. You're not, but that's okay. Could you explain a little bit about how this is going to help the district?
Well, let me just clarify. This was a federal grant, and there were 480 applications nationwide, and 77 were chosen, and we were one of those. And there were only 3 in Pennsylvania, and we were one of those. So it's really quite an accomplishment. The funds actually go to Healthy Armstrong, which is part of the hospital foundation, but we will be working closely with the school district to make some changes at the secondary physical education level. And I'll let Devin talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we're kind of changing the way physical education is viewed, maybe change it a little bit from the all sports, and make it something that everybody will enjoy. We're going to try to offer a lot of outdoor things, more fitness things for life, fitness activities, mountain biking, and rock climbing walls, things that everybody can enjoy, some self-esteem boosters too.
Good. Sounds like good ideas. How important is it to have support from the legislative, corporate, and community leaders, who are some of the ones who have helped Healthy Armstrong become what it is?
Well, we have an executive council who are made up of 5 different partners. They are the hospital and the hospital foundation, the county of Armstrong, so that's county government, the community pediatrics group, UPMC Health Plan, and the Armstrong School District. So those are the 5 major partners. And then we have a steering committee where there are additional members. So any organization in the county that is focused on kids and wellness. So we have like the YMCA, the Rails to Trails, Penn State Cooperative Extension, the Pennsylvania Department of Health, and the Environmental Learning Center. So we all get together and make plans for how we're going to work on wellness activities in Armstrong School District.
Great. And why is it crucial for all these organizations to be in support of your cause? And why is it important for everyone to be on board?
Well, it's a collaborative effort then, and everybody working together, and each partner brings different strengths and different resources to this, and this is really, really innovative. Devin and I have gone around Western Pennsylvania and talked to other school districts and other organizations, and so has one of our pediatricians gone all over the country, and there's nobody else doing what we're doing in Armstrong County. So we are extremely proud of that.
Good, good. For a truly healthy community, behavioral and lifestyle changes are required. That's no secret. What are some of the challenges that people come up against whenever they're trying to make lifestyle changes for the better?
Yeah, I think time's one of the most, it's a struggle. You have working families, you have a working mom, a working dad, you have working grandparents, and there's just not the time to sit down and have that healthy home-cooked meal at dinner time, and there's more fast food, and fast food is more inexpensive, so there's so many things to go over. There's eating healthily sometimes is more expensive, and finding the time to go out and exercise. But the more we educate people, it doesn't take that much time. If you can just take 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, you can get that 60 minutes of extra exercise every day that kids need to have in order to maintain that healthy lifestyle.
With, as you said, you alluded to time management, what else can people do to succeed against these challenges that are obviously in their way of a healthy lifestyle?
Well, I think planning menus for the week is helpful, and having healthy snacks available for your kids, so that instead of grabbing a candy bar, they can grab something that's more better for them nutritionally. So I think that's planning ahead would be.
I've been trying to go over with my families from West Hills just the fact that kids can be involved. Let them go to the grocery store with you and pick out some of the healthy things that they like. Then you put them at a level where they can reach, so that when they're getting into the drawer that's right at their size, it's not the little bags of Doritos and little cookies, but they're reaching for, opening the refrigerator and getting the baggied grapes with the serving size in there, and maybe carrot sticks or stuff like that.
Seems like it's just like willingness to plan ahead, basically, can help you. What health problems do we see in regards to the childhood obesity problem?
Well, I think I mentioned before, we're seeing children, with what was considered at one time adult conditions. So we're seeing kids with high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels. We're seeing kids with diabetes. So those are some of the main ones. And this is the first generation of children who will not outlive their parents' generation because of the obesity issues and the medical conditions associated with it. And they're only going to get worse as they age unless something is done to intervene, which is what we're trying to do.
It's really something to think about, this generation not outliving the one before them. Last time you were down, we talked about the data in the county regarding childhood obesity. Have you seen much of a change or improvement since your initiatives began?
Well, we talked about the kid minutes, so we know that we're increasing, the physical activity. We talked about the choices that kids are making, through the cafeteria. And one of the other things is that we look at the BMIs, or body mass indexes. In Pennsylvania, schools are required to measure those. And what we're seeing is that our BMIs in the school district are holding steady. They're not increasing as many other places are. So we'd like to see them be able to go down, but for the time that we've been in existence, that is quite an accomplishment.
Sounds like a slow process, yet a
It
progressive
is, because
one.
you're trying to change a whole entire culture.
Exactly, yeah.
And a whole entire lifestyle, and you don't just snap your fingers and do that. It's change over time and repeating messages over and over and over again, and then building systems that will keep things in place.
With all we know about the dangers of childhood obesity, why is it still such a pervasive problem?
I think it's hard to change people's lifestyles. You know, you get so used to doing certain things that it's hard to put the time in to be able to do it. But I tell you, when you walk down the street or drive down the road, you can see the different families. There's a lot of people out walking their dogs, walking, running in the park. I really think that it's working. I think that people are really becoming aware and are finding more time to be outdoors with their children and families and exercising more.
Good.
Some of the things that have contributed to this problem, though, are, for example, portion sizes. 10 years ago, if you went out for spaghetti and meatballs, you know, a portion would be about 500 calories. Today, in today's world, you go out for spaghetti and meatballs, and the calorie is over 1,000. And so, and if you talk to people about restaurants that they like to go to, oftentimes you hear, oh yeah, you get a lot of food there, and it didn't cost a lot. That's how they measure. We also have the introduction of lots of electronic devices. So kids are spending more screen time. In years past, you know, they would be out playing ball or whatever, and now they're, you know, texting,
Inside.
looking at the computer, and so there's a whole variety, you know, of things that contribute, you know, to the problem.
Yeah, a lot of things going on. Devin, do you have any ideas on why physical activity seems to be harder to come by for today's children? With we alluded to this earlier with all the electronics, but anything else that there's really, you know, contributing to why it's harder for kids to get out there and be active with their families?
Really, I think that time and technology probably are two of the leading reasons that it's having a hard time, and also maybe where we live, the safety. It's a whole different world. You know, you sometimes can't trust your kids to be able to play in their own front yard because of who might be walking by. So it's kind of scary, but we could walk blocks away from our house when I was growing up, and you wouldn't blink an eye. And now you're keeping such close tabs on your kids that you're worried if they are going too far away. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. Parents are keeping their kids inside, and you have limited things that you can do inside. So they are resorting more towards the TV and their technology devices instead of the things that they could be playing outside.
So as time change, you kind of have to evolve your way you stay active. You just can't do the same things you used to do, I see.
Right.
What are some of the solutions for families who want to be more physically active, but they find it difficult, whether it's for safety reasons, time reasons, or any other thing that would be in their way?
I think, you know, taking, instead of sitting down to watch TV, you know, in the evening, you know, taking a family walk, you know, it's something simple. You don't have to go for hours. You can go for, you know, 10, 20 minutes. And that's something that then, you know, you can do for a whole lifetime.
Good. I know you're both very passionate advocates for wellness. What sorts of lessons about physical activity do you share with your students? Basically, what are some of the things that you do that you pass along to the people you're trying to help?
I just tell them to get as much exercise as they can, and when they go home, and I was even at my Wednesday, I have wellness evening with my families, and in the evening we were doing exercises, and I was showing them all kinds of exercises that you do in one spot, and that I call them commercial exercises. So if they're sitting and they're watching TV, you know, these are things that when the commercials come on, you're going to break for the 30 to 60 seconds, and you're going to do these exercises.
Good. What is your opinion of the use of technology such as the Nintendo Wii that you see people being very active with, and other interactive technology as a way to exercise?
Well, Devin did a neat article last year about technology toys that can be bought at Christmas that helps increase physical activity. Do you want to mention that?
Yeah. I'm a real fan of the Nintendo Wii. I think it's great, and I saw that PlayStation has just come out with, I don't know if it's called PlayStation Moves or something, but a new thing also. And I think that those are great ways when the kids are stuck inside and they can't go outside. I think that those are great ways to get the family moving. And there's so many different things. The Nintendo DSi, I had done a little bit of research on that to see if there was any way to incorporate fitness into that, because it was very popular with my kids at the elementary level. And they actually had a little pedometer game, and it was something where it would track your steps. You wear this pedometer, and kids love stuff like that. It makes them feel cool. They come to school, they show their friends, they show their teachers, and things like that are really catchy. So I think, you know, technology is good if you use it the right way.
Yeah, we have a pilot project going on out at Shannock Elementary, where the kids will be wearing, as part of their regular gym classes, phys ed classes, heart rate monitors. So they'll get immediate feedback, about whether they're working within the, the correct fitness zone. And then with the grant that we got, the federal grant, we will be purchasing heart rate monitors for all of the high schools. So the high schools will be using those also. So that's, again, incorporating technology and using it to help improve physical activity levels.
So the things that are sometimes detrimental to your health, you can also turn around to be beneficial. That's good.
And technology is just part of our world. So we have to learn how to use it in a positive way. Right.
Is the healthy recipe of the week still a mainstay in the community? What is its basic premise, and how's it going?
Yes, we still do healthy recipe of the week. There are 5 different grocery stores throughout Armstrong County who have a display, and on that display they have the healthy recipe and the ingredients that it would take to make that recipe. And I've heard from a number of people in the community that they take their kids and they go to that display, they choose a recipe, and then they go through the store and buy the items. And then the Leader Times is kind enough also to print the recipe in the newspaper on a weekly basis. So. Good. And I get lots of feedback about, I tried the pumpkin pancakes and they were really good. So.
Good. I'm sure that goals change from year to year. That's just the way things work. What goals do you have for the district and county this year?
Well, the main focus prior to this year has been on the elementary schools, and with this new federal grant we will now be able to continue the work at the elementary school but also then work at the secondary level. So we will be able to have a K through 12 integrated comprehensive wellness program, and that's incredibly exciting.
Yeah, that would be a big step in the right direction.
Yes.
Do you have either one of you have anything else to add for the benefit of our viewers about just anything?
We have a website. It's www.healthyarmstrong.com, and in that we have a calendar of events. We have different things that are happening at the schools. There are health articles on there. There's a contest going on in the month of October, I'm sorry, and the prize will be a $250 gift certificate to Paul's Auto Parts so that a student can buy a bicycle and bike equipment.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guests, Kay Owen and Devin Lorgan, for giving up their busy schedules to promote this important message. Our thanks go out to the TV production crew students of Kittanning High School. They were our TV crew. They were led by Mr. Don Swanson. Until you can check out our website for updated information about the district. Until next time, I'm John Buffone. Have a great week.